9 o'clock at night, and then turn it around and play at 7.
Nice, good. I was off that whole time.
Oh.
Perfect. Safe.
We're live now, though. These are hot mics, Casey.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have mine on earlier. Don't want to share my vulnerability.
Hey, what up, live stream? We are back. Thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate y'all's patience. Getting back in the game here. A little drizzly, but way less than before. And,
all right, guys, I need you guys to go ahead and get started on court 6.
There's the marshal.
Take just a couple more swings and let's go.
And we are joined in the booth by the legend, the man with the plan, Casey Patterson.
This is amazing. I feel so at home here in the rain and cold weather. This is I feel like I played in more tournaments like this than I have in sunny, warm weather.
And you played a lot of volleyball, so that's saying something. That's saying something.
Yeah, this is amazing location. I mean, ATX Beach is all time.
Unrivaled.
It's so cool.
It's and the sand's holding up quite well too. Like for all intents and purposes, right? This has been raining a ton throughout the day. The drainage on these courts is great. There are no puddles here.
Yeah.
So kudos to who built this out.
Randy,
my
put
guy.
These together. He built it all and he dominated. It's awesome.
Sound too looks good.
It's funny story with Randy. I remember watching him when I was in college at the Motherload event. And I was like, who is this guy? And they won the Masters, and then he got to the finals in the Open. I'm like, and I was just kind of teetering into beach volleyball. I'm like, this dude is gnarly. He is smooth as silk. That's what I remember. Like, this guy is silky.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite compliments to give someone ever. Is like, forget like, oh, dude, that was nasty. Like, you're amazing. It's like, no, you're silky.
You're so smooth. Yeah.
Silky smooth.
I love it. That's so true.
Like, you know, the classic gnarly is also good, you know? Like, man, dude, that kid is gnarly. Yeah. But it's like, you see that guy's just buttery, smooth, silky. Yes. That's where it's at.
Right.
But we got a good match coming up for you guys. This is going to be Austin versus San Antonio. So this is one of the first teams of the matchup here. We just concluded on, at least on the live stream court, the Austin 1.0 in Denver. And I believe Austin 1.0 actually won that matchup, which was a little bit of a shaker for the tournament. Denver is obviously super stacked. We got Austin 1.0 playing a back-to-back here against San Antonio. San Antonio bringing their crew. And we got a couple guys on the court here, and this is going to be small ball.
Yeah, this is going to be rad. This is perfect for all you kids watching how to scoop and deliver and run around and chop and use all different sides of the ball. I feel like these are the guys that I always would watch to get, pick up some new moves in offense.
Late wrist away, really, really crispy, and live to fight another day.
Yes, exactly. Just the gritty, grovelly mentality. Like, I'm chip on my shoulder. I'm about to show all these tall guys how to get it done. I love it.
Yeah, got to battle the big boys. It's like there's no mental weakness with the small ones.
Yeah,
Let's be clear. Like, there is no room for mental weakness with the small ones.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. The Taylor Crabs and Nick Lucenas, those guys were just the hardest to play because they never gave you anything.
Their mentality is like Goggins-esque, man.
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Like, they will fight through pain.
That's so true. Oh, we got shirt off, shorts only, just sending a message like, I'm not even cold right now. I'm not even cold.
Dude, my guy Kenny is the man.
He's already my favorite.
The man.
Oh, is it raining? Yeah. Not for me.
And we got a good matchup here. We got Stefan and Mike Voelkl for Austin at 1.0, and then we have Kenny and Ryan DeCamp on the San Antonio side. And just, so we're clear, we are in the booth. We are live. We have a great setup here from Matt Klinsman. He's been hustling all day trying to find the right opportunity for you guys.
He has. The magician behind the curtain.
I'm gonna be off screen like Jamie on the Joe Rogan podcast over here. You're not gonna see me, but I'm here.
Where you just feed the highlight clips we want, like, hey, play this song. Yeah,
that's right.
Damn, dude, we gotta have some YouTube videos up in here too. Right. Like, what's the craziest thing you saw recently? You know?
Right.
No, low key though, if we are talking about like YouTube content, man, the Long Beach State setter, the homie from I want to say Bulgaria, he's the starting setter for Long Beach State right now. Played in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely bananas nasty. He's blowing up YouTube and TikTok right now.
Yeah.
He's so good.
These guys are leveraging it so well now. Like, be good and work on the content. You're just got the whole thing, whole world under in your palm of your hands.
It's so filthy, dude. It's
crazy.
so filthy. We have a quick side out there from Team Austin, tied up 2-2 here. And I want to give a quick shout out to a couple of our sponsors here. We have Blue Mania Energy. They've been sponsoring a lot of the volleyball crew for quite some time. Good, clean energy, sugar-free, and has a no bitter aftertaste. Kind of their patented thing. Oh, did we almost get a Kong
Almost
there?
got the lefty Kong. Yes.
That's what I love, too, about small ball, too. Like, you have to do weird stuff sometimes.
Yes.
And you'll just see random, really high-skill ceiling moves come out, and
Yeah.
it's just exceptional to see.
Yeah, you have to adapt and play the game at a a different visual, but it also, I feel like it's almost more high level because you have to have more tools in the tool belt.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Little, that's a mini jumbo. So,
Yeah.
Matt, that's not like a full jumbo scrimp, but
Yeah.
it's a mini one.
Okay, so we had this whole argument, not an argument, a discussion because he was correcting me because I've heard like 10 different
Ooh, yeah,
definitions
I
of a
want to see where
jumbo.
Casey's at with this.
It's funny because I watched one video before I came over. I was like, oh, this looks rad. And I was watching during
Did
your
you hear that?
description. You crushed it. You crushed it. It's the shape of the jumbo shrimp.
Okay,
It was
it's
perfect.
It's
It's
the
it.
shape then.
Because, you were like, 20 people have tried to explain that to me, and it's been terrible. This is the only one that makes sense.
Yeah.
In Puerto Rico, they call it a pineapple. So it's like the leaf of the pineapple.
Oh,
And they
okay.
go, pineapple. So when I would set, you would yell it, like, pineapple, and you would jumble all 6 guys in the deep
What
corner.
on earth?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
La piña, la
Yeah.
piña.
Yeah.
It was that was part of the discussion. The other part of it was the dadgum sets versus games thing. Why do they call?
Yes, they have it all backwards.
Yeah, they're
Yep.
backwards.
Yep. I never understood that either.
Yeah, but that's another one of those moves that you see with guys that are not 7 foot tall. Is the tool off the high hand, rip it out of bounds.
What hands with this small ball team, though? Like, where's that coming from?
Yeah, right. Are you just looking at? You almost have to aim for the tape to get that to work, right? You're just going for the
Exactly.
6 inches over the net.
Tight set, no worries.
There it is.
Oh, almost the net bounce. I want like a picture of like each different pier in wherever, like the Manhattan Pier, and if it goes over, you've officially bounced the Manhattan Pier. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that would be sick.
you do need a plaque for that.
Yeah,
for sure.
That would be sick.
Honestly, you just got to like laminate a couple photos, zip
Yeah.
tie it to the top,
There
and
you
then
go.
it's like your wall of flame, at like your
Yes.
local chicken wing place.
Exactly.
There it is, quick, seamless to the pin.
Yeah, nice little tempo, inside out, chop and slime the line. And that's what you see too, is then actually in those small ball types of games, guys actually stuff those where the big guys, you always get it off their tricep or their elbow, right? And so it's like easier to use those, where against the little guys, I feel like their hands are so good, it's actually harder. I always called it like a mousetrap. I'm like, I gotta go high because they're gonna get me if I go low.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're grasping at what they can, right? You know?
Yeah.
But the big boys, if you're just hitting clean over, you're staying super disciplined, you're not trying to bounce balls, like,
Right.
it's a completely different game. But
Yeah.
how many people have that wherewithal when they're up there?
Right. Yeah, that's where sometimes I'd even tell my guys, like, hey, don't even jump, or just do like a little tap jump, because they're chopping under you all day. Just
Yeah.
make your hands the priority.
Keep it simple. Let's see, early lead from San Antonio. Let's see if Austin can get the switch here, serving DeCamp.
Oh, I like it, like the indoor
Oh
one-handed.
wow, the pokey
I
set.
love it.
It's like the trophy set. You can't double it. There's only one hand. Perfect.
Great. I love to see it. Kenny, little on Kenny. He is he's a showman. He will deliver to the people.
I can
give the
feel
people
that.
what they want.
I can feel that with the shirt off and shorts. Like this guy's here to put on a show for us.
He's doing screens. Unreal. Right into the net.
One time, my brother's partner caught a real bad cramp, and so they ran an I formation so they couldn't serve him.
Yes, yes.
So he run out of an I formation, so they had to pick a side, and he was guessing so they could take the serve every time. It was
I
pretty
love
funny.
that, the old smoke and mirrors. That's what Karchi and Lambert did during a final at one point. Karsh would hide behind Lambert, and Lambert would just bolt to whatever side they
Split.
serve.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And
The
they
I
executed-
formation.
Yeah, they executed it so well. And you're like, this is incredible.
This is dumb. We can't even pick somebody to serve to.
Yeah.
Like, this guy is already so dang good.
Yeah.
And then they're ripping an I formation on us?
Yeah.
Like,
What's going on?
Low-key insulting.
Sometimes it's hard to play against that kind of stuff too, because you don't see it very often. So it's like a wrinkle, and you're like, okay, we have to adapt almost more than they do.
man, I'm pretty sure the tempo in this game has not gotten above Antenna.
No, it's been so fast. Seriously, it's been like almost like an indoor game. Just quick pick and to the pin, lasers, and the red.
We're 17 points in, and I'm pretty sure it's been 2 minutes.
Exactly. Shortest stream of all time.
Oh, can he get in there? I'll take it from here, partner.
Finds the seam. Ooh, they're calling out. I don't know. Couldn't see it on my angle.
Ball mark is right there.
We're going to have a ref check.
We might have to have a Clean Beauty Collective check for our sponsor.
Oh.
It is out.
Got to
so
got to check these fragrances, dude. They're amazing. No brand labels, just good organic quality. Go check it out. Don't spend your money at Sephora with brand stuff that just stinks over time. Check out Clean Beauty Collective. You get 20% off your first order.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. I'm in. I'm ordering mine now. Easy.
Feel like what's the scent of choice for Casey Patterson? The people want to know.
Yeah, like I don't even know. It's just like a blank label. Yeah, it's just, you know.
I feel like you walk into Bed Bath & Beyond, you like grab every candle.
Or just remind me of every place we've ever played beach volleyball. Like, what beach does this smell like?
Yeah. What does this salt water taste like?
Nice pull and convert there. Good smooth transition.
I like the San Antonio pull. That needs to be a pull from Austin as well. You can tell by his feet. He's having to broad jump there. There's no way his feet are going to get there and connect on a hard driven. You need to get out.
Yeah, that's something to watch with these guys. They learn to use the early or late pull, all different variations and timing on their pull, and that's so clutch. It's not just one form of pulling, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Even sometimes that really, really late one causes a play like that almost where the guy hits out because it's like, wait, what's he doing? I see movement right as I'm about to contact. So playing with all those little windows is so good.
Challenge and like change the visual, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm an attacker. I'm having to take a look at some point in
Yes.
time. Vary up that look, and that timing there will screw up the approach. It will screw up the timing of
Yeah.
the attacker. And then all of a sudden you have them off balance. That's exactly where you want them to be.
Right. Exactly. Flip the stress to them, get them a little anxious and hesitating.
Austin down 10-11 here, mid-game. And again, for those that are watching at home, this is a 1 set to 25. So we are doing some team competition
what a
and
scoop.
ranking. Beautiful scoop there. And we are going to go to match play tomorrow for Championship Sunday.
Stop it. What a rally.
Kenny laying it out there.
The late rally won over. Feels so bad when it happens to you.
You hate it. Just he's throwing the tomahawk over.
It's such a love-hate relationship. You know, the older I get, I'm like, man, this is handy.
Yeah,
I don't
right?
have to swing.
Exactly. And then when they do it to you, you kind of respect it. You're like, I respect it.
Clean line swing from DeCamp there. Nice set from Kenny. San Antonio finding some rhythm here. I think we're going to see a little bit of separation unless small ball from Austin can actually get something going.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how in small ball, I feel like everyone's been serving middle. And in small ball, I almost feel like that benefits the attackers because it gives them the option either way because they're kind of splitting the court. I always like serving guys on the pin and trapping them out there, making the block a little bit more of a weapon versus having both defender and blocker having to guess or pick a side, you know?
Yeah. And these guys, too, they'll run quick tempo offense, very similar to the Nordic guys, the
Yeah.
Swedish guys. They're going to show a option, jump set, push, tempo,
Right.
2-pin if they're in system. So if you're challenging that seam, okay, we have to have something that displays there to your point.
Right.
Well, let's serve that outside shoulder.
Yeah.
Let's make them work for it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, let's
I need Keith
make the
Vaughn
antenna get
and
involved a
Garrett
little too,
Denny
you know?
on
Let's have
court
them
2,
actually have to
please.
think about that.
Keith Vaughn and Garrett Denny, court 2.
Slides in so well on D.
I think it was Austin. Yeah. We got 13-13 here for y'all that are joining in stream. You know, Let us know how you're liking the audio quality, the visual. We are constantly adjusting and adapting because Matt's an absolute boss. And show some love to Casey Patterson. It's a pleasure, dude.
Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are here, not watching the Norway versus Sweden finals in the FIVB World Tour finals. I'd rather be watching this. This is so much better.
matters.
It's so much better. Yeah, this matters way more.
There are no points here, which means it matters more.
Way more. And it's raining. Come on, this is way more exciting.
big shout out to my guy Tiger shooting me a text and showing some love. So appreciate you, Tiger. We got a 14-14 switch here, and at some point, one of these teams are going to have to separate. Someone's going to have to lift themselves up here, and give a shout out to our Power Lift sponsor. And Power Lift is a workout beverage, protein infused, rehydrating during post workout. You get 10% off your new order with Power Lift. They've been a huge supporter of this endeavor. Go check them out at Power Lift. That's PWRlift.com.
That was the smoothest into an advertisement I've ever seen in my life.
I was going to say, and he's also, I feel like he's reading off my Christmas list. Like, I'm making my list right now on all the sponsors. I'm getting this. I'm going to get Power Lift. I'm going to get it all dialed in, my energy.
Ooh, a little small ball back at him. A little tempo pass, push back to pin. This is what we came here to watch. Now, in your take, Casey, right, being in your time, right, playing the game and seeing a little bit more, maybe I would argue older school philosophy, a little higher ball inside, maybe creating not too much separation from partner to partner, and now seeing the game change to tempo, to pin, a lot more athleticism, particularly on the second touch.
Get ready.
How did you adapt to that version of the game? Is that something you kind of adopted late, or is that something you saw coming 10 years ago? Like, where was that story?
Yeah, I feel like actually the Latvian team, Moehrig
and
they did
also
that a
as
lot.
referees, make sure we're not having
early
to look
on
for
in
the
like
referees for each game.
13, even before that. And then, all these, I feel like these younger guys now from Sweden, the Polish also did it as well, but not to the extent that it's being done in the current game, which is, I feel like, such an elite level up and a wrinkle into the game where there's so much more stress now on defense. Now I feel like I have to serve even tougher. I've got to have multiple defense plans because of if they're running that or not. And so I feel like we kind of did that, but it wasn't frequent. Like, guys would jump set, they'd go on two a bunch, but it wasn't as much as they do now. Wow, absolute bounce.
Murdered that ball.
Wow, almost a nutmeg too. That was almost through the wickets. I think that it's definitely leveled up the game in such a positive way, but I'm more excited to see how people adapt to it and change it from here to defend it. And what's the next wrinkle, Because being on the World Tour, you always see, what the evolution and what's happening, because everyone starts to incorporate
you're
that
checking
kind of
your
stuff.
schedule on a regular basis.
I think it's great. I think it's fun to watch.
We'll try to get you out of here on time.
Good level of entertainment
for the main events tomorrow.
But now it's like, all right, how are guys going to defend it and equalize it out on defense and give something back that can defend it? So
it's wild. It's so almost like a requirement at such a high level to have that ceiling and to threaten. If you're not threatening on second ball because you're not jump setting, then you're just going to have a much easier matchup defensively. At least that's the way I view it.
For sure.
But not playing at that level.
Totally agree, because what do you want as a blocker? I want a guy taking a high ball. I want to get into a rhythm and get into a flow where I'm reading him and I can actually play off what his timing and arm swing is and if he's looking or not, versus now it's like, oh, dude, I got to get out here and block the jump set, or maybe not, or they're going to go on two. Then I got to get out to the pin and hurry, and do I block line or do I go ball, or is he going to get me to hang and then poke over? That's 8 things versus 3, It's terrible. So I think it was much easier to have those high ball sets than this option circus that's going on now.
I'm loving how it's slowly changing with the women too. because the women's game is inherently different, right?
Yep.
But you are starting to see some tempo. We are starting to see some pin spread. We are starting to see some jump set.
And much more hand setting. The most I've ever seen in a women's game. 'Cause
Ever.
Missy and Carrie set the precedent of like, hey, we're just going to bump set and never make an error. Now everyone's like, wait a minute, I can set sauce. Like, let's run some tempo.
Back setting too. Like
Yeah.
there's some really, really cool stuff going on in the women's game. And I loved what you said, like too, like watching FIVB right now at Worlds is such a beautiful perspective of innovation, right?
Yeah.
Innovation funnels to the top.
Right.
And the best players will be forced to innovate to
Yes.
get edge.
Number 6.
Yeah.
We have a
And
6
it's such a
number
cool
match.
thing that's happening to
so
our
look
sport
at that.
right now
Yeah.
that for all intents and purposes, like you can compare different sports to different sports. My analogy here would be basketball. The game is completely changed to three-point heavy, right?
Right.
There's more three-point shots in the NBA than ever in recorded history,
Right.
but the game's not changing all that
Yeah,
much.
right, exactly.
It's
so
stagnant.
true. It's so true. And it's funny because that's what I would say 90% of people that talk to me about the Olympics or the current game now is, hey, what do you think about this on two and this option and jump setting? So obviously it's working and getting eyeballs on it, right? It's increasing the power of our sport with the common just viewer, you know?
Yeah, no doubt. Ooh, we have a 20-20 here. DeCamp hitting clean over the
Players,
block.
make sure you check the schedule early and often. Often.
I believe he's a solid 6 foot, so he's at least an inch taller than everyone
Referees,
else
make
on the
sure we're
court.
not waiting on
Looks
you
like a good
guys. to
6'8"
start
out
the
there,
match. And players, as a reminder, try and start your warm-up on the side. That way you step on the court to hit.
Oh.
Ball goes long for Team Austin. San Antonio getting a late lead here. All they need is just a few more. This would be a huge pickup for San Antonio.
I love where they're serving, though. I feel like the last couple of times they've either scored a real point or affected the play. They've kind of gone more to the sideline or more to a specific person versus middle. And I feel like that is given the block more effectiveness, and they're more a part of the play, as well as they can kind of play the game here on D.
They're definitely putting it in their own hands, right? They're not trying to gift Mike and Stefan opportunity. They're trying to force their hand.
Bump juice. Oh.
Simple. See, if at least when I play, if my partner is just booked off the court, I'm pulling up to the net there. Like if I'm DeCamp, right?
Yeah.
I have Kenny running back and getting lost in the sauce.
Right.
Like, am I playing defense? Am I blocking? Like, one partner needs to come up, take initiative. I'm going for here. You need to play defense.
Yeah.
Little miscommunication there.
Yeah, that's something that each partnership you kind of go, hey, in these situations, let's make sure that this is the protocol, and then if not, then we can kind of have like this audible bailout. But let's make that the president like, hey, you're running up no matter what, even if you feel like it's kind of on the fence of not, like, because that's where we're best.
And an unforced error putting San Antonio in a vulnerable position here. Getting the side out. Austin looking to tie the knot here at the end. Big shout out to Tie It Yourself products. Tie It Yourself products are a hair tie that is kind of constructed yourself. You clip it, you tie it up yourself. It's a double kind of strand. And the women that wear TIY do not have any hair getting pulled out here. It's amazing. 15% off your first order. Check it out.
Oh.
Banger. We have a game.
I love it. It's never been more than 2 points away from the other team so far. It's just been so tight.
And we have side out from Austin on the sweet, sweet cutty. Set point here. Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Heartbreaking.
Oh my gosh. I was most impressed with that pass off the serve. He served the middle. Kenny lays out and just owns the middle as it fades away from him into his partner's lap. It probably should have been his partner, and I love how he just owned that. That's an elite level serve.
Kenny is just taking all and everything within the seam, leaving no room for error. High off hands. 25 serving 24 now.
Great mixture. Go to the cutty, get him to think I'm going to shoot line, and then just bang high hands. I love this match next door. They've got the leggings, but then the swimsuit bottoms over the leggings. You know, just to keep it beach volleyball still. Smart.
Listen, you need to tell your blocker, the other opponent attacker, I should say, you should reveal where you are.
Yeah.
It's an advantage. They know exactly where you are at all times.
All right. Oh, he sprayed it.
Sprayed it. Tough set there.
My
And
gosh.
game goes to Austin. San Antonio not able to close that out. Friendly competition here. We love it. We're going to be stopping and starting reporting today to separate our videos. Again, stay posted. Make sure to hit the bell. Subscribe so that way you guys get notified for the next match.
You're nailing everything. What a professional. You got it all down.
Absolutely.
I'm a semi-professional, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm a semi-professional. Yeah.